One more time. We back again, family. I hope all is well. I hope we want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. We hope that went well for you guys. Um, or just yeah. So we hope the Mother's Day went okay for you guys. And yeah, so we had a good day today. So you want to tell them about talk about you.
I'm not going to give it all away
okay.
yet because it's
Talk about
not
you.
done.
Talk about you.
But today, I think I have created my official brand, official recipe, official concoction for my future business. We're just going to leave it there.
Okay, so what about your weekend? How was your weekend?
It was good. I spent it with my best friend. Learned a lot about being vegan, about different family dynamics besides my own, and just life. We just had a really good time. So
just on the light side, what did you really learn? What did you without giving out?
You can't pick your family. Family's family. We all are at different stages. We are all learning in this life. I think we all, with families, especially Black families, we have so many different things going on at one time. We just don't cope, and we just keep moving like nothing's happened. So that's my little bit on family.
Okay. So we had I think everybody keeps some family stuff. We got a lot of family stuff going on. It's always challenging. Some stuff you can't take personal. We got family that just they got some trauma, childhood trauma, and then they got trauma from adulthood, and then you got situations where people, just the day-to-day ins and outs of life just wear people down, and they really can't see you.
Yeah.
It's not about you. It's just about them dealing with those inner demons. They trying to pull themselves out of that hole, and sometimes it's like walking down the street. If you're just trying to get to the corner store, you stepping on the concrete, you stepping on pavement. So each one of those slabs, if you will, of concrete could take it personal. Hypothetically, this is at a metaphor, but you're just using that to get to your destination. You didn't pay attention to where you were stepping. It's just what you used to get there. A lot of times with family, they use us as stepping stones, and it's not fair. It's not good, but you got to know when it's just not personal. It's just somebody just trying to survive, just trying to get to where they want to be. So that family piece it's always hard, because it's so close to the cuff, it's so close to the heart, So yeah, that was that family thing is.
Oh yeah,
you know what it is. I think everybody knows. It's how you handle it.
Yeah.
So you gonna monologue first, or I'm monologuing?
I monologue first.
Okay.
I really just wanted to rehash what I've said before. If someone, especially during these quarantine times, that you thought was your guy or your girl, and they're not hitting you up, they're not your guy or your girl.
Exactly.
I think we need to be very aware of that. I think we need to acknowledge that that's a thing, especially our generation. We think the people that we thought were important are no longer important. So we just keep that in mind. Like, what people are doing now in quarantine is who they really are. Let's just keep that in our mind. Let's focus on that. So, and remember that, because I think cities are phasing out of quarantine. Let's just remember that when they hit you up, hey, this is open, let's go here. Remember those nights, those days, those calls, text messages unanswered. That's it.
That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just rehashing.
So we talked about that. Or just like people, they can't say they busy now, right? You can't say you busy.
No.
You're not that busy.
Even if you have your own business, you're not that busy.
You ain't got that much to do.
No.
You really, really don't.
No. You in the house.
Yeah, you are that. So yeah, we went into that. We talked about it, and we were saying, oh yeah, we got to turn the phone on, y'all. So you can call in live. Whoever's here, let us know you're on YouTube, because we can't see you. So we want to say hey, and we want to give y'all your propers, because we appreciate you tuning in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so today I want to talk about common sense versus education. So when I say common sense versus education, I just want to go into that just a little bit. So back in the day, we used common sense. Um, it was available to most people. Everybody didn't have it, but the majority of us did have it. So it was like when we go through that common sense piece, and most people do have it, we were more on a common ground. It was more not that we didn't have our challenges, but it was more connectivity. It was more connectivity. It was more cohesive. That's what I'm trying to say. Back in the day. So then, when some of the people did struggle with common sense, okay, because all sense ain't common.
Mm-hmm.
It gave us more of a level of understanding of each other and ourselves as individuals. The things that are around us today, the interactions, too many educated perspectives, we lose the simple connections. Everybody has a response. Everybody has something to say. Sometimes it's just none of your business, and you just need to leave it alone. It's not something that you need to comment on. It's just somebody else's trouble, somebody else's situation, and you need to let it stay that. But we live in a very opinionated society where people think that their opinions matter. So that's that educated perspective. We get a little bit of knowledge, and we take that knowledge and we try to translate that into reality or someone else's lifestyle or their truth, if you will. So speaking of truth, a lot of people today, they say, they're living their truth, and it's hard to tell somebody what their truth is. So once they take that perspective, it's hard to have a disagreement with them because that's true to them. So if it's affecting you, it's hard to have that common sense communication when something is ill affecting you but working for somebody else. Um, like you can use something like the cell phone. It's a beautiful tool. The cell phone is a beautiful technological tool. It brings us tons of information very quickly. It helps us study online. It gives us versatility in our lives. It helps us to play games on it. You can use it for Snapchat to talk to your loved ones. But there's a very simple disconnect that is very, excuse me, is very the disconnection that we have with that educational perspective because it's usually an educational tool because it's coming from technology. So one of the problems with it is it's very expensive. So we can spend from $200 to $1,000 on the cell phone. That's not the service. That's just the phone. So then what about the accessories? That is a huge amount of money that's leaving out of the family household. We have people now also on the cell phone is disconnecting us from our loved ones in our homes. Is disconnecting us from our friends. Is disconnecting us from our coworkers on the job. Because just in public, you will see people who are ignoring their surroundings and their environment and not even dealing with the people that's in that place in that space. Um, it's just a huge distraction when we get into that the disconnection using the educational perspective versus the common sense. It's just simple human connectivity that we're losing. It's just simply just sitting down talking to people. We're not even doing that no more. That's just common sense. So I did post that on Facebook today on my page. So I got to go back. I did get some responses. I need to go back and check in on that. So that's just my piece of my monologue. Just about do we have educated fools? Are we losing that sense of common sense? And how is that affecting us? So that's my piece. Yeah. You starting off today?
So I wanted to start off by saying he used my recipe today. So I want you to tell the people.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just don't give it away, but
right.
just
right. Got you.
You know how it made you feel, so, what it was, and
I have seborrheic dermatitis, so it runs in my family. It's like half of my family has it, so it's a very, very dry skin. Okay, so my skin gets discolored. It flakes up. If I don't moisturize my skin in one day, it'll look like alligator skin. It'll clam up and conk up. So she gave me the scrub. I did use it on my hands and on my face. So when I put it on my face, I thought it was burning, but it wasn't. It was a tingling because I'm very sensitive about my face. It was some ingredients in there that started opening up my pores. So when it was opening up my pores and exfoliating that skin, it felt like it was burning, but it was just really a tingling sensation. So yeah, it worked really, really well.
Therapeutic.
It pulled off the dead skin, and it's kind of cool. Yeah. So
it's also male and female friendly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to get under
don't
wraps.
Fruity, fellas. We can't do it. We can't do it.
It's from my machos that forget that they need this part.
Okay,
of
so
life.
now we got Kev and we got CL in the house.
What's going on?
Yeah. So we want to make sure we got that.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, so you kicking it off?
Yeah,
What you doing?
I will start off.
Come on with it.
Numero uno.
That's right.
Which Migos is Cardi B associated with? Is it Offset, Next Set, None Next Door?
What is she connected with?
Migos.
Like, what you mean? She married to that dude.
Yes. But I'm not sure if they're still married yet.
Preset.
Offset.
Oh.
And Preset wasn't an option.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
And Kev,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
It's
a
dope.
special for
It's
his
dope.
clients.
It's dope.
Wait for it.
It's dope for real.
It's coming. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is K Camp's new album called?
Give me a you got to give me some sense.
I am. So Kiss 4, Kiss 5, or Camp?
Camp.
No. Kiss 5.
Okay. I knew that.
Yes. What's going on? So I just want to give this huge shout out. We have Guidance Whiskey watching us, and it is a Black-owned whiskey company out of Nashville.
Oh, that's what's up.
Shout out to y'all.
Hey, good looking out.
It's tell you, so good. Okay, shout out
Mm-hmm.
to y'all. Thank you for watching. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next question. Future has a popular meme.
Mm-hmm.
What is it associated with? She belongs to the streets. She's not yours, or she ain't the one.
She ain't the one.
She belongs to the streets.
Okay.
It's like him with a Bible, with a little, I don't know what they call pastors, yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like it's another meme. It's like, I have failed you. It's just like, it's talking about how guys get played too.
Oh, absolutely.
And they have to be aware of
without
that.
a doubt.
So I think that is super
absolutely
funny. I'll show you the meme after this.
Okay.
So, what is a popular TikTok dance?
That one. So you okay?
Yeah. So Rat Party, Lottery, or Rona Rona.
I want to say Rona, but
it's a lottery. It's called the Renegade.
Is that
no,
one? Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No. Okay. Can you set up the do not disturb settings on your phone all day, or is it a set time? Friend.
It's a set time. I think you can do. Some phones can do.
It can be all day. You can turn it off whenever you want.
No, I'm saying you can do it all day or set time. Right?
Yes, both.
Right. Yeah.
Both.
Yes.
Okay. What is Zoom?
It is a form of Snapchat, but it is where you communicate through the computer or the laptop, and you do multiple people so you can communicate visually.
No, it's not like Snapchat, but okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like a video chat. They originally used it for conference calls for people that are not in the same area or vicinity. Okay. But now people are using it for birthday parties, graduations, celebrations, quarantine times, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything visual, yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So Alicia Keys' last album came out in what year? I'm going to give you some options.
Okay.
2016, 2020, or 2018?
2018.
2020. She just dropped a new one this year.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. When was Google created? Was it
created or did it come out?
Created.
Okay.
1998, 1997, or 2000?
Okay, hold on. Mm-hmm. Trying to think what is. No, it's 2000.
1998.
We were still. Oh, yes. No, we use ATT, AOL is what we use. Okay.
What was the sound? Y'all had a sound.
Yeah, like it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, it was annoying as hell. Yeah, it was annoying. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in a time machine.
Okay.
It's my this is the day I was born, so it's my birthday.
Okay.
What would you add or subtract to that day?
I know we went over this one before.
Just for the people,
Okay.
There might be some dads out there that
subtract to that. the labor wouldn't be so long. It was a long labor.
Yes. I hear about it all the time. I hear
It's
about
ridiculous.
it all the time. It's like 20 plus hours.
21. What would I add to that or subtract?
Add or subtract. Would you add advice? Would you take away anxiety? Would you, I don't know, something?
Just the length of labor for your mother. Because there was a lot of pain. She didn't take no medication, so
yeah, she's a tough cookie.
Mm-hmm.
A tough cookie.
So yeah, big up to her. Yo.
It runs in the family because I want to do an at-home birth.
So I'm trying to. I would really nothing. I can really think of now because outside of the length of it, it was cool.
Okay. Yeah. Let me be specific, guys.
Okay.
When I say at-home birth in the future, don't take that. Don't take it as it's coming in 9 months. In the future.
Yeah.
Let's be specific.
So whenever it happens.
Yes. Okay. When the time is right.
All right.
Yes. Okay. Would you change the civil rights movement? Okay. Well, sorry. If you could change the civil rights movement, what would you add or subtract about it?
Okay. So I never believed in integration.
Okay.
I believe in separate and equal.
Okay.
It's a proven fact to this day that we cannot integrate properly. There are a lot of things that have to be changed. So I would change integration. I wouldn't integrate.
Let me see if we can get you.
I would do
in the picture.
Yeah, I would do separate but equal, but we have to clearly define those lines. I think it just works better like that. And then if you want to have a common ground or a common place, then you do that. But don't try to integrate. I don't think integration would have worked. Try to change integration. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have been one-sided. I'm the type of person I believe in peace when possible and violence when necessary. I don't believe in hurting anybody, but I don't think you should allow people to put dogs and fire hoses on your wife and children. I absolutely don't believe that. So I'm not doing it. So yeah, those are the two things I would change.
Okay. If you could have dinner with 2 70s artists, who would they be?
Oh my goodness. You know B-Dub.
And why?
You already know.
B-Dubs.
We got Barry White in the house.
White.
That's my maestro, is my man. So the maestro first. Let me see, I got that first.
What would you ask him? Like, what would you want to talk about? Like, what?
I wouldn't talk about music.
Just
you
life.
know, I would talk about Glodine was big to him. That was his wife. You know, his kids. You know, just his leisure stuff. What you like to do outside of music, you know? And then, because I know it will flow right back into music because that's who he is. That's not what he do.
Right.
So if you start talking about the pieces and components of his life, you'll end up coming back to music, and then I'll get to really what I want to know. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, Barry White, and then let's see, 70s.
So that's one. You got one more.
Right.
And it's not indefinite, but just you know.
I'm trying to think who that was.
Or it could be a group.
I'm gonna have to say Curtis Mayfield, because he was such a revolutionary with his music, man.
Didn't he make a song about being with his best friend's girl? Is that him?
No. That's just no.
Who was that? Who am I thinking of?
Wait, it's just a couple of them. So.
No, he was like
Johnny Taylor. Who?
No, it was a very specific song. He was like, "You shouldn't have left your girl with me," or "I wish you didn't trust me too much."
You didn't trust me too much. Right,
Who is that?
That's I think that's Sir Charles. Hey, CL, look that up, man.
Let me know, because I don't know.
I think that's
that is.
Yeah, I wish he didn't trust me so much. The way she makes me.
Yeah, that's
Johnny Taylor. I think it's Johnny Taylor.
Okay.
I think that's JT.
Okay.
I think that's JT.
That's a very bold.
Hit me up.
Very bold record.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that was crazy.
Is it dope?
Yeah, because it's real. I mean, it's not.
I mean, I get it, but when you say dope, it's like, yeah, that's legit. That's what's happening. And it's just like.
It's like to have a record again.
No, I was thinking about the song, like me listening to it, and then what he was saying, I was like.
So it's just like, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. That was before the 60s and 70s, right?
Bobby Womack.
Okay, is that who that was? Okay. Yeah.
What's going on?
All right.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I gave
Yes.
Yes. Curtis Mayfield.
Okay. You get disappointed when I. Oh wait, let's pause the show. I got my dad and his wife some gifts. Look at that. Exhibit A, hubby. She has wifey. And then he has
Very
a Papa
nice.
Bear mug.
Yes, very nice.
Because
I
that's
was
his
very
name on my
happy.
phone. And it's funny that happened because I was out of town and I saw it
Mhm.
and I was like, gotta get it. Okay. Sorry. Just had to
I got you. You had to throw that in there.
you know,
She needed some
just
points.
yeah, just a little fireworks.
She needs some points.
Yes. Okay. You get disappointed when I
Breathe.
Mm.
No.
when I ruffle in the sheets when I wake up. She
let
made
me
it.
see, let me see. Disappointed
Yeah.
when you fight me on things you know you shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
That's disappointing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are proud when I
do the things you know you're supposed to do, and you do that often. For real, 90% of the time.
Okay. Your stress level increases when people do what?
Bullshit. I
Okay. Your favorite meal is
meal. Oh,
meal. You can have
favorite.
a plate.
Stony River steak and garlic potatoes with gravy.
That's it.
And mushrooms.
That's it.
That's it.
Every single
If I don't
time.
get the mushrooms, I'm cool. But hey,
With a double shot of Jack neat.
That's it. Not well, yeah, because
Yeah.
I drink Remy Martin.
But there,
VSOP.
but it's a bit expensive.
Yeah, so I kind of switch it up a little bit, family. Yeah.
It's a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they jack up the prices. But it's a great, we talked about this the other day. Every time we go, it's not a bad experience. We always go to celebrate something, to remember a time or something. It's always consistent. And that's what we like.
That's true.
We go there expecting something and it happens every single time. Even if it's your regular issues with a restaurant, they go above and beyond to make sure you come back and it's not, it won't happen to you again. It's, I don't know how they do it. Shout out to y'all for that because that's amazing. So, and they have these bread biscuit rolls. That everybody in the house try to. Stony River.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Your daughters will take you there one day and you're going to be a proud parent. You're going to be like, they made it. They did it. Okay. It's the night Obama was elected because inaugural, that's different. But when he was announced president, you felt what?
Like they was gonna go back and recount the votes and it wasn't gonna happen. That's what I felt like. Yeah.
You felt like it was a joke, basically.
I ain't gonna say
so that. Not a joke, but you feel like
it wasn't. It is what it is until it is what it's gonna be.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
I asked that question because I watched the Michelle Obama documentary on Netflix. Hands down, an inspiration.
I'm sure.
Hands down.
I'm sure.
Okay. Last question for me.
Okay.
When I graduated college, you felt what? Sitting in that stadium. Because I know there was a lot going on that day. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on that day.
That's a whole nother show.
We had family in town. There. It was a lot going on.
I felt accomplished. I felt like I was nearing the finish line. I felt proud. I felt optimistic for your future. I felt it's finally over. New chapter.
Yeah.
But the beginning. That's pretty much it.
I felt hot.
Oh yeah, it was.
Y'all know about May graduations outside.
Yeah. It was a flunder.
I was hot.
And because you was up under that nylon. Oh my goodness, that polyester. Whew. Yeah, just cooking. Just put some butter on you.
Boy.
Yeah, that's rough.
Whew. Okay.
That's hot. All right, so it's only.
That is it for me.
What would Iman do? What would Iman do?
Yep.
Okay, you have to give up sweets or alcohol. One of them has to go.
Sweets. That's not a question.
Okay. Iman compares herself to who?
The women I aspire to be in my life.
Okay. So it's broad, nothing specific.
Yes.
Okay.
I aspire to be like those women. Different components of those women.
Who gets you excited about life?
Who gets me excited about life?
Mm-hmm.
You.
Okay.
My friends that have children that are excelling, they just get me excited because I'm like, it can be done. It's being done. I'm looking at it in front of me. Who gets me excited about life? I'm gonna stick right there. I think that's my mom. She does. She's a hard worker. So that gets me excited about life. Yes. Okay. So parents, and then my friends that have children, and it's being done. So
what life lesson did you learn the hard way? A big one or two? One or two big ones.
You can't trust everybody.
Okay. Boom. That's one. Nothing else? That's it? That's cool?
Not all intentions are pure. And don't tell your business to everybody.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with somebody that you like.
Yes.
And y'all have the same group of friends.
Because when they go to the
that can get very sticky.
Yes. Okay.
Very sticky.
Very words of wisdom. That's a good look.
Yeah, ladies, if y'all in the same circle or you befriend his friends or his close female friends, it gets bad. Real fast. Like I'm not gonna say who. But sorry. Kevin said, don't take everyone and everything serious. Yep, some people are here for the breeze. And they need to be in the wind. I totally agree with that.
A reason or a season, a lesson or a blessing.
Yes. I was dating this guy and we were back and forth, text messages, we was both at work or whatever. Couldn't talk on the phone. Back and forth, text back and forth. And I thought I was sending messages to my friends and I sent it to him.
You the first person.
And it was, and it was, and I was, talking mad trash. And I was like, da 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 da, and then it was reckless. And it was like you do know that like reckless. It was, and after I sent it, and I received the message, it was just like, all right, let me put my phone down.
See, with that,
let me take a breather.
You can't say nothing.
You cannot. You can't say I didn't mean to because, yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Cheers to life.
That was like 2 or 3, so that was good. That was big.
Yeah.
What do you wish you had spent more time on 5 years ago? 5 years ago, you wish you would have spent more time doing?
Developing my foreign language skills. I wish I would have kept Spanish. Like I wish I would have, like right now I should be fluent. Like I should be able to, at the drop of a hat, have a conversation. But I didn't. So it's all around me. I need to pick it back up.
At what point in your life can you say, I have enough, I got enough? Like what would your life look like to say, this is it?
Oh, this is a very good question. I talked about this weekend. A home, not a house. My family is good. Not like saying like everything's perfect.
Gotcha.
We are financially stable. Me and the man that I'm with are in a healthy relationship. Nothing's perfect. Again, when I talk about the scenarios, and I'm not asking for perfect. When I say healthy, I mean communication is healthy. We're not yelling to just yell. If you're yelling, I understand that you're being passionate, and I, just body language. There's it's a way that you can receive certain stuff and send certain messages.
A healthy, efficient relationship, not perfection.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So this scenario that I'm saying is not perfection. It's just healthy. I want a healthy life. I want my family to be healthy. I want my man and I to be healthy in all aspects. And if there are children in the picture, I want them to thrive in whatever they're doing. So if they're doing baseball, bowling, lacrosse, whatever, I want them to be thriving and them know that they have a family behind them. So just a healthy situation. That's
going to be enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Waking up just knowing that things are healthy.
That's it.
Yep, not a lot of stress.
What are the 3 most beautiful things in the world to you?
Flowers, Nature, anything in nature. 3. Okay, so wait, let's take away flowers because that's nature.
Okay.
So nature.
And then you can specifically talk about the flowers. That's cool.
Right. My grandmothers, both of them. And the last one. Sing happy babies. Okay. Because there are babies that are just like, what is, and they're like that all the time. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't like it here. But just genuinely happy babies that are the 3 most beautiful things to me. Yeah.
All right. In the world. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I would think so because it's between 2 slices of bread, technically. Because you can make a hot dog with 2 loaves of bread, or you can just have it in that little bun.
It's in between 2 pieces of bread. It's in between. So the technical definition of a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread with meat in between it. Now, you could take.
You have veggies in there?
That's what I'm saying. Okay. No, that's just the basic.
Oh, got you.
So when it was Earl of Sandwich, is who they say started the sandwich. So it was like he was royalty and he didn't want to wait for dinner. And so he said, hey, give me some bread and give me some meat. And he Earl of Sandwich. That's why they call it sandwich. That's what they say. So, but back in the technical terms, when it really first came out and people start taking notice to it, it was just a piece of meat in between 2 pieces of bread. Now, of course, you got an egg sandwich today, so it evolves, and that's why they asked that. Oh, it's saying it's a hot dog of sandwich. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's one of those little twisters.
Just a tad bit.
All right. You are the judge. You are a judge in the court of law. A person brutally murders 3 people, and you know one of them. And that same day, they saved 1,200 kids from dying in a building. How would you rule?
3 people.
Brutally murdered, and you know one of them.
I know one of them, or they are...
You know one of them.
Okay, so see, that's different. Okay. But they saved 1,200 kids.
From certain death.
It would be like a minimum, just for law purposes, like 5 years. And it wouldn't be like the penitentiary. It wouldn't be like high level security. It would be like,
So with that, what they do sometimes is they'll lock you up in the county jail for 6 months and then they let you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It would like their time frame with the law would be 5 years. Just to reflect, like did you really have to? Because that person could just be an associate. And I'd be like, I understand. I see you for the greater good. For the greater good.
Okay. We are in a time machine. You can go back to be a singer, a movie star, activist. What year would you choose and who would you be?
Social activist.
You'll be a social activist?
And I will be a part of the Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther Party. All right. Oh, okay. That was pretty.
Yes.
You ain't have to think about it.
When I say like dope, I went back and it's funny that you asked that because a couple of days ago I went back and looked at like the black and white pictures and how moving those pictures were and their core values. It resonates with me. It's different. And I feel like, you can be in Hollywood, the glitz and the glamour, but like people off screen are just different. I feel like they live that life every day. It was not an off. It was not the cameras are here. Let's be the Black Panther Party. No. It was like every single day, 24/7, 365.
That's right. That's it.
I will pick that. Afro and all.
So, but let's go into it though deeper because the Black Panther Party, they just showing you the negative side. It started off just obeying the law, getting people to obey the law in the community because the police were jumping on brothers and sisters and
they probably fed more families.
But it started because of the police brutality. That's what it was. So then it evolved into, hey, they said, well, let's start doing stuff in the community. We want to feed people the less fortunate, they start educating people. Then they came up with daycare programs to help the sisters that was going to work that may not have had a man at home, so they had a lot of stuff. They was feeding like 10,000
It was different dynamics. They just showed black people with guns.
Right, that's all right. They want you to think that was it.
That's it.
And they came up with a constitution. Yeah, they got it. They had all of that. So they had rules, and they were trying to build a community. Yeah. So it was bigger than just.
And then it was. Yeah. I was going to use a whole bunch of stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. You said what?
I was going to use a word, but don't worry about
it. Okay. Okay. We're still in the time machine. You can be Betty Shabazz or Coretta Scott King. Who would you be? That's a look there.
I went to sleep thinking about this. That's tough. That's that's a stick one. Okay, we'll come back to that the next show. Let me think about that one because that's not something I can just.
Let's just move on. We'll move on.
That's a very deep.
But we
question.
need to come back to that today, though. But so let's.
Go ahead.
Before we wrap it up, we're gonna come back and let you.
I will let my other side of my brain work on that.
What?
Mr. CEO said you Betty all day.
He don't know.
But I have to give a reason.
He don't know.
I'll come back to that. I thank you and I agree with you. It's up here. My answer is gonna be dope. Though. Right. Go ahead.
You can go back and change the negative stereotypes of black men. Which era in history would you choose?
Oh, let's be specific.
All right, go ahead.
Love y'all. If you follow me on Instagram, it's a thing for me.
All right, come on.
So, what era would I change?
You got civil rights, civil war, slavery, today. Yeah.
I'm going to say all of them.
Wait. That wasn't the question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, what time period?
You could change the negative stereotype in which era? So you got to pick one. You got to pick one.
I would say. Okay, so I'm going to ask the question because I don't know the specific era. What era was it when they systematically took the man out the home? Was it 60s?
Mm-hmm. That was the welfare system.
I would say the 60s because that just spoke to the dysfunction and I don't want to say hatred, but discord between black women and black men. It wasn't a conversation in the home to say, I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. Right. I think it was just like, I think both parties were saying.
Systematically divisive.
Yes. And it was saying, I don't need you, I don't need you. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, you can go get other races because XYZ, if you make this in your bank account and blah, 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 but not saying that those females are not going to resonate with you when you come home from work. They don't understand parking spot or whatever. They're not going to understand you. So I think I would change that era. And I think the black families would look a lot different.
No doubt.
That's just me. That's what popped in my head. Knowing what I know, I think to me, that's when it.
In the 50s and 60s, we had the most functional African American households in the history of African Americans in America.
And then it was taken away. So, I think that if we were to just look long term, I think we were, as a people, we were thinking short term. We weren't thinking
I'll tell you this,
long term.
I love your answer, and I wouldn't change it. I like what you said.
Thank you.
No, for real. No, I'm serious.
Just know. Yeah. I'm there for y'all.
The alternative thought for me is going, on long game. So we go back to the root of it. If we could change it from the Civil War after we came out of slavery and we got more cohesive and we had more of a plan like the Black Panther Party, like not in a violent way. Yeah, just a communal based thought process. Thinking take care of self, take care of you and yours. Or somebody works.
Good question. I am glad to answer this one. I've been waiting on this. What stereotype would you change about black men now? that y'all aren't active fathers,
Mm.
that you guys aren't loving, that you guys are violent, that you guys are a threat. I would change the toxic masculinity. I would change the controlling, wherever that came from. I would change just the view that you guys have. I think, honestly, y'all are one of the most, I don't want to say beautiful things to look at because y'all don't resonate with that word, but I think y'all are the most handsome. One of the most, when they say like the 7th or 8th wonders of the world, yeah. I think y'all are like 1 or 2, because like when you break it down, like the DNA of African people period, is the dominant. Like, and for me, ladies, I don't know if you agree with this, but like in the summertime, or when they dress up, it's just different. Sometimes when we say, oh, that's different, I can't put my finger on it, that's saying so much because there's so many layers. I would change those stereotypes that y'all aren't loving, y'all aren't active fathers. I would change, the toxic masculinity. I would change the violence part of you guys, and the stereotype that y'all aren't successful. If you don't, if you're not playing a professional sport, then you're not successful. I would definitely change those stereotypes.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Did that answer that, Kev? Maybe.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Us
know.
Okay, so wait, I don't want to. Oh, hey, we got Miss Candace in the house. There's wifey, y'all.
Hi.
That's wifey right there. Yeah. Okay. So,
definitely.
Okay. All right.
Ask more questions about black men.
And then you said, yeah, y'all. Hey,
for
CL,
sure.
Kev, what's the time? Okay. Okay.
Good answer. Thank you. Just they need to know that we love you guys.
She don't know.
I love y'all.
She don't know.
I see y'all out here working, doing y'all thing. Do it.
Okay, the Million Man March was in 1996.
That you were part of.
Yes, I was.
And so let's be very specific.
I took
you were there.
That's right.
So don't skip over that.
Oh, no, I'm not going to skip over that.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
Stood up for 13 whole hours. Now I was waiting on the brothers to speak, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
That's right.
Wait, where was I?
In 96?
Yeah. I'm saying what was I? Like, was I know I was born.
Right. You was at home with your mother.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rooting him on in my diapers.
That's right.
I didn't know, but I was. I probably did a little scream. I probably did a little scream.
She had a little bottle. Go, Daddy.
Did I really?
No.
Okay. It's like that would have been dope.
You were talking in 9 months though.
Boom.
10.
And it shows. People that know me know I'm a talker.
Okay, so in 1996 we had the Million Man March. It was a groundbreaking experience for black men. How could you make that experience much more powerful? What could you do? You in the time machine?
I was streaming on all platforms.
There you go. Bam.
Radio frequencies.
There you go.
Televisions. I would interrupt everything. Cable, yes. Instagram Live, Netflix, YouTube. Yeah. Correct. Okay, so I was streaming on everything. When I tell you there will be like, so I would suggest that families watch The Incredibles 2. I show him a little bit of it.
Right.
It was way before its time. It was about
undercurrents.
Yeah. Yes, it was about people and how we put people in society above everything else, right? And we're so distracted that we're not focusing on, what's around us, what's tangible. Mm-hmm. And so she was the villain, but she was putting out this frequency of this villain, telling people you are, you are brainwashed, blah, 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 blah. So I would interrupt, like no interruptions. It would be a notification on people's phones, and it would be, you couldn't click out of it. It would literally, I would have to come up with someone that was brain-wise, smart with technology. And let's just say we were doing the show and it would interrupt all of that. So you would have to watch it. Mm-hmm. The radio, if you got in your car, like it you couldn't escape it. It was everywhere.
So let me give a little backstory for. No, I'm gonna say I got that. We got you, Kev. We got you.
Got you.
I'm gonna give a little backstory on that before we move on. The Million Man March was so underrated, and that's why I asked you that question. because it was 280,000 left Detroit, Michigan alone. You couldn't rent a car. You couldn't rent a van.
Love it.
You couldn't get a bus.
Yep.
You couldn't get nothing.
Nada.
Nothing.
Nada.
So because within 50 miles of Detroit, you couldn't rent nothing to get out of there. So then they showed the shot of the mall. They showed the tight shot. And you know how they do. Whenever they show you a tight shot, they don't pan around. Mm-hmm. It was brothers all around the Capitol, the whole shot.
Yes.
So they said, we're not shutting Washington down for that. When they seen them brothers, that 1.2 million brothers pulled up, they shut it down.
Period.
They shut Washington down.
Shout out to the dads that were there.
I'm telling you,
that are watching.
They shut it down.
Shout out to the dads that were there.
It wasn't no fights. It wasn't no shooting. It was just love, and that's it. And you had
love to been there.
You had Crips, Bloods, GDs, Rolling 60s. You had brothers from the East Side, West Coast, North, South.
It was
everybody.
Unity.
And we just chilled out, and it was so peaceful, man. So I just want people to understand when they tell you it was only 200,000 a day, it was 280 left Detroit. So I know you got New York, Chicago, DC, LA, Atlanta, Louisiana. You got all of that. Miami. Everybody was there, man. So don't tell me it was less than. Okay, I'm going to say 1.2. I'm going to say, if you took a head count, I'm going to say 1.5. I'm going to go close to 2 million. I would. And I ain't talking about the brothers who was there that didn't make it to the mall because you had to, they probably at their hotel, maybe got sick or whatever, got caught up, couldn't get a ride, whatever that is, so.
Or walking to when they were counting, quote unquote. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, okay. Man, it was dope. It was dope. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. So that I had to get that off. Yeah, that was beautiful, y'all. That was like.
So.
Yeah.
We have questions.
Yes, we have questions. So great.
All right. Sir Kevin said, you had the example of that. Okay. What about the Black women who hasn't experienced those examples of Black men?
Kev don't know how I don't like Kev.
Okay.
I never liked him.
Let's get
don't know.
Semi-serious because he's the serious one. And sometimes I do get serious, but let's get serious. It just feels right to be with y'all. Okay. When I say it feels right, it's right. It's organic. That's who we're connected to biologically. So if she hasn't experienced that, it's going to take patience on both sides. And you have to be very careful on who you expose that to because she might just be a floozy and not appreciate that. Both parties have to take the time to be exposed to that because you might be exposed to her not being like, let's just say she grew up in a predominantly white community, but you really like her. She may not connect with you. So both parties have to have patience. I think that's the biggest word is patience.
So let's talk about let's talk about the young ladies who didn't have that example. Where is their head usually? Because you talk to them.
This is native. It's just like, I've experienced this, and it's usually the Black guys that didn't have it all the way up here or they didn't have whatever.
The boys, the young
whatever
men, the
that
dudes,
is.
the thugs.
And they are making a blanket statement.
Right.
And I remember the first 10-man challenge, she was just like, men are, men are, and men are. And I was just saying like.
You got to tell them what the 10-man challenge is, babe.
They're not. So the 10-man challenge is, let's just say I'm set female, So I'm set female, and were they facing? I can't remember. Were they facing? Okay.
So
because I can't the dynamic of it. I don't remember because it was a lot.
The 10-man. So what I do is I do an excerpt.
Because you put a lot on me that day
with the clip I did. Because too much is given, much is required.
Clutches.
That's right.
Jesus, so I remember that.
The 10-man challenge is, ladies and gentlemen, it's an excerpt that we do in the Clipper Dome Chronicles. I have relationship forums, and so what we do is women that want to strengthen themselves, they want to see where they're strong or where they need to strengthen themselves in the relationship. Okay, so the strength and weakness is what we're trying to find. So I have men in a U shape like this here, and the woman sits here. Okay, so the men are aged from 25 to 65. So we want to get a diverse group of people so that he can see the differences in the answers. So each man scores the woman as if he's dating her.
Yes.
So when he holds up a card, she sees the blank card, but my daughter sits in the back and she computates the score that the men give her. So when she adds up the score, we give her where she's strong and where she's weak. So what she needs to work on and then what she has going for herself.
Mhm.
So that's the 10-man challenge.
It was beautiful.
It was real nice.
So
It was
organic.
dope, wasn't it? It was dope.
Now
it
was
dope.
It was hectic at one point. It was some parts where it was some people were combative and some women literally genuinely felt like, okay, you know how as humans we do things because people tell us it's the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the back of our mind, we're like, that's not what I identify with. That's not what I want to do. And so when they got the answers, they were like, I should have been doing that a long time ago. I was listening to my miserable. It was like a whole bunch coming in. I was listening to my miserable friends, the ones that are bitter. I was listening to the people that, I shouldn't have listened to. And I think it was absolutely beautiful experience.
What about the sister? She broke down. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was using that example, and it was just a lot. And we asked her about it, and she was just like, it was a lot.
She didn't expect it. She thought she was good.
Yeah. And those undertones, we just operate in life like everything's fine. Right. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be so strong. I'm going to just be, but we're not. So let's be specific about that. So yes. Okay.
That's it.
That is it.
All right. So no, I asked that. So now we're going to go back to.
Yes. Okay.
That question. Now take your turn.
Okay.
Don't rush it. You can go be on the time machine. You can be Betty Shabazz. You can be Coretta Scott King. Who would you be? Take your time. Ain't no rush. See, now we got time because I'm done.
So I would have to be Miss Betty.
Okay, why? Because
it takes a very strong man to do what Malcolm X did. Not get upset. Like he wasn't yelling. He wasn't angry on TV shows. He didn't get violent. It wasn't like, but he was just saying like, you shoot mine.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot yours. Like it wasn't a question. It was a level of certainty.
He didn't.
It wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Because they tried to make him violent.
Right.
He don't want to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
He's just not gonna let you hurt him.
That's what I'm saying. So it takes a level of maturity to do what he did on that level and to know every single day I can wake up and die.
Yes.
Not peacefully. Murdered. Like every single day. And I'm not taking anything away from the King revolution. I'm not taking away from that.
Absolutely not.
I just resonate with Miss Betty because if you watch the documentary on Netflix, the way she was mourning, it was way deeper than his physical body. It was like my kids, the Black community. What is this going to look like in 10 years? What's it going to look like in 15 years? It was just like
she wasn't there.
She was not there. It was just like they were asking her all these questions. It was microphones, and she was just like, and I can't say it verbatim, but when you watch it, she wasn't there, and she was answering like they had already had this conversation, and she was prepared for it, and that's. I can't even. I mean,
the poise and grace, though.
She wasn't hooping and hollering. She wasn't flat out like. It wasn't. It was
some of the like. Okay, so
that was a
you
lot.
Understand how inflammatory back in the 60s some of the questions were coming from the media. They was doing it to get a rise
Absolutely,
out of her.
She did not.
And she never flinched.
She didn't give him attitude.
Never.
That's just what resonates with me.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say this.
And I watched it, and I was just like, "I'm
gonna say this." Now, Michelle, classy girl, top shelf. But that Betty,
shout out.
Hey.
Ooh, the purpose of violence is a peaceful end.
There you go. CEO don't know. That's it. It's duality.
Yes.
If you got up,
you can't have one without the other.
If you got good, you got to have bad. If you got peace, you have to have war. If you got male, you have to have female. That's it. That's it, CEO. You killed it. You nailed that right there.
Love it.
Listen, we got to end it on that. We got to end it right there. Y'all, we're going to end it because that CEO just killed it right there. That's what's up. So we want y'all to take this. We want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barbershop or take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job or take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just have to respect it. This is the Clipper Dome Chronicles. Thank you. That was a good
Wait,
one.